down at the bottom left part of the map, Daybreak, is our yellow Zerg player from the team FXO. He is. Wants to give his team a 3-player victory today.
Wasn't so lucky last game.
No, not really. Not a lot of luck involved there. And here, up at the top of the map, is perhaps Ro8.
You're like,
I was gonna.
now I know it's a Protoss because I heard the Protoss voice. Okay.
Perhaps. Let me finish that sentence. We'll say perhaps a Protoss that will lead the Protoss race into the future, just like I led many virtual pilgrims along the Oregon Trail as a child.
Did you play Lemmings?
No, I actually never really played Lemmings.
It's a pretty weird game.
Well, hopefully Sage's exploits go better than my Oregon Trail exploits.
Yeah, Oregon Trail.
Well,
was not as cool as Odell Down Under. Let's just put it that way. Odell Down Under is better than Oregon Trail.
I liked Ro8 to India myself, which was an old Commodore 64 game.
I've heard of that game, but I never myself played that.
I actually went in and I changed programming when I was this was when I was 6 years old, and I could program in QBasic to make the fish.
Oh, blocks again. We saw this last game.
Oh, we didn't get a shot of it there.
Oh, he blocked the Nexus the first time, but just was 1 hex off from blocking it the second time.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the probe doing similar blocking. Lucky has to make his spawning pool first.
Hopefully
and the probe actually being a lot more successful with his blocking. But
is that
juking and jiving?
Is that hatchery a little bit off actually? I think it is. I think Observer's trying to show us that. It may be a little bit 1 hex to the right actually.
I'm not sure about that, but
yeah, I'm not either, but it makes me wonder.
Well, sometimes when I watch these games, I get those feelings too. I'm I'm not really sure. But I just trust the pro gamer's judgment. I'm I think you would have noticed.
Yeah. When you're microing like that, you're oh, it's 1 up. It's well, it doesn't matter too much.
It does matter a lot, actually, man.
Well,
think about how many minerals you lose over time if your hatchery is 1 hex wrong.
It's oversaturated a little bit. I don't know. All right, might matter a lot. Forget I said that.
You're well, it's okay if he does something wrong and oversaturates, then it'll be okay. I'm I guess so, Doa.
If he gets supply block, that's not so bad, right? You don't need units.
He could always just make multiple overlords. He'll be fine.
You don't make probes. Yeah, some other units can be recruited to mine, maybe.
It's if he gets supply block, it's easy. He can just kill some of his own units and make some more stuff that he needs.
I say some dumb things sometimes, but that was one of the best ever. Glad you could be here with me, Wolf.
Well, I think it's actually plays just fine, so don't worry. I guess it makes you actually sound dumber, but I'm trying to help you out, Doa. I don't know. I'm sorry, Doa.
Just stop.
I'm sorry. You're like Wilson on the Castaway. I'm sorry, Doa.
I'm gonna go home and cry into my bulgogi, which is a kind of meat here.
Bulgogi's
not
really
It's not my nickname for a teddy bear or something like that. It kind of sounds like it.
It literally means fire meat.
Yeah. Just like Wukong is
fire bear.
Fire bear.
Now, Sage actually blocks the 3rd base of Lucky, which he predicted was going down. He saw a drone going over there with a pylon. So, just doing some more annoying harassment with that same probe. And only a few Zerglings were made, so very annoying for him to deal with.
Again.
Yeah, Twilight Council going up again.
We might actually see the same thing from Sage this time. I mean, it worked really well last time. You can certainly drop on this map. Not quite as effectively, but you can do it.
The Sage has actually been doing this Zealot pressure that we've been seeing a lot of Protoss players do. And when you watch this one Zealot move out in the middle of the map pressure, I don't mean to say this in a condescending way, but only at the highest level does this Zealot moving on matter, because at the highest level of StarCraft, Zerg players trying to make as few Zerglings as possible, and that's what that Zealot is out there to do. He's actually out there to be alright, we have to make a few more Zerglings here, that's 1 less drone. It's so specific what he's trying to achieve with that Zealot there.
Our forces are under attack.
It's actually watching these pros and Zerg players play it at this new state of the metagame that we're in. It's just awesome. There's a Dark Shrine, but he's making it in a much better place. This time it won't be spotted at all.
Nope. Won't get seen, and that Overlord's looking for it too. He's I need to see what's going on. But he won't.
Does not see.
No. Will he proxy the Robo again? That's the question. He's got a pylon down. Oh, no, it's an Overlord. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop. Can I? I'm just gonna go home. Bye.
All right, also
Bye,
this
guys.
one.
See ya.
Roach Warren going up here, and in fact, third hatchery is already up for Lucky. He's actually making a fourth macro hatchery here. So we're seeing extremely similar builds to what we saw last game for both of these guys. Now the Zealot is actually escorting the probe to make what is potentially another proxied Robo.
That's nice. That's very
And
kind
the
of
probe
him.
actually was able to escape the notice of the Zerglings because the Zealot killed all the Zerglings and controlled the Watchtower during that moment. Oh, but he's going to make it next to an Overlord. That's not going to be good.
Oh, he
And
is.
The Overlord is actually over that cube.
That is so smart. Wow.
The Overlord cannot be seen by the probe, so Sage has actually not realized what he's done.
I didn't even know you could hide Overlords above those. It looks like just sort of a environment decal, but it's actually high ground.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
So doing a little bit of pressure there.
Mental note, guys. You can park your Overlords over those things.
And 3 DTs being warped in next to the pylon. He's actually going to be able to use these DTs to actually keep the pylon alive if he wants to, but he's actually just going to run by. Spores are going up here.
But are they going to get up in time?
It looks like they will.
I think so, too.
But Zealots may target down the Spore. He's going for it.
Oh, here we go. The DTs are going to help out quite a bit. The Spore
goes down, and the DTs are doing a lot of damage. Now he's going to go for the second Spore. Well, actually, he's going to go for the hatchery instead of the Spore.
He's
going
to be able to kill that hatchery first.
Yeah, the hatchery will go down.
Yeah. Goodbye, hatchery.
And Sage actually is a Dark Templar, I think, man.
He's got the Zerglings on hold position around the Spore Crawler. He's going to be able to get those units now, but... Oh, that DT is like, oh, I don't want to die. And he's not going to.
Yeah, he got out of the range of the Spore.
Lucky guy.
Now, Sage, back at home, still only has 3 gateways, but he has a Robo in his main. And has not added any more than those 3 gateways. He is about to make a decision here. And here we go. Yeah, he is going to follow this up with a timing attack. He's adding 4 more gateways. He's going to go up to 7 gateways. He's already got +2 on the way.
It's going to be a very strong timing attack, too.
Yeah.
Lucky's just not going to have a lot of larvae to deal with that, even with the macro hatch.
Yeah, and right now, with those gateways coming, the +2 coming out, he also has an Observer. He's going to take a third base as he does it. So it's not like your regular +2 timing attack. He's just going to be aggressive as he takes this third base. He's going to have an Observer. Roach, Speed, and Burrow is going to be done, but with that Observer, it's not going to matter as much as it would with a normal timing attack, of course.
Doesn't make a bit of difference, Wolf.
No, it does not.
Burrowed roaches are inert.
Inert?
Do you know that? You don't know that meme, do you?
No, I don't know.
Oh, it's okay. I'll show you later.
I was like, is it like a noble gas?
No, not really. It's a Dragon Ball Z thing.
Oh, okay. See, I like Dragon Ball Z from what I've seen of it, but when I was a kid, I wasn't able to watch it. It was taken from me.
It's, I used to be a big fan of it, but it's just really a lot of eye jiggling and grunting for like 80 episodes. That's a fun show, though.
You're going to make the Dragon Ball Z fans upset.
I like it. I like the show. I used to draw a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters when I was in school.
That's pretty cool.
I'm an artist.
He is an artist. It's not artist Foyu.
No, different artist.
I actually recently joined Rain, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
I read about that.
What about that? Well,
oh, huge counterattack.
Oh, this could do some damage.
There's an immortal blocking the way. He's like, no,
He's
you
like,
can't.
I got this.
Yeah, he talks in his immortal voice. He's like, you shut up.
I got this. Oh,
nice force fields here, and Sage is just on top of everything, man.
yeah.
You can't get by him. He has Dark Templar on both sides, so you can see whenever these units are going to the other side. He has the Watchtower with his DT as well. Oh, now he's going to actually trap these units inside of here.
Oh, man.
And those Immortals just doing so much damage. Remember, they have +2. Lucky has no upgrades whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, those Immortals just absolutely annihilate.
Lucky is in trouble, man. He cannot escape with those roaches. Another counterattack, though, on the other side that is actually being warded off by photon cannons.
Sage is doing such a good job defending this really, really effectively.
Sage has actually stopped a drone from making a base at the top left side as well with 3 Zealots that he has. A Spire is going up for Lucky. It's a desperate move. He needs to do something to keep Sage from killing him right now. And Blink is almost done. This is going to be a really hard attack to hold for Lucky. Robotic Support Bay going up as well.
Yeah. And, you know, what does Lucky really do at this point? It's tough.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but he's going to get caught with his roaches. That's what he's going to do.
Yep.
Does pull them back in the last second, but Blink is done.
And, you know, I feel like Sage is going to chase him all the way back to his base now. He's got enough units to do it. He might not get too aggressive because he might want to add on some Colossi.
Zealots are attacking actually the third base of Lucky.
Yeah.
Look at this, killing creep tumors. And the Roaches are going to go for a counterattack, but Sage can see them. There's even a DT to ward those off, and there's no Overseer nearby.
Yep.
Look at this, though. This may be the final attack. Sage,
I think it will be.
He doesn't have a huge army, but it's got enough great units, and it's got the perfect composition to just make Lucky look like a fool.
He can basically force field to his heart's content. He's got so much energy on those sentries. He's got the Immortals, he's got Stalkers.
Even DT is coming in here.
Wow.
To make those Archons GG.
That was the definition of a PvZ beatdown.
Yeah, man, that was a smackdown.
Man.
Sage stands up. He is the Sage, man. He is actually the guy that people write stories about. He's the guy you find in the book. He's the old man in the corner who tells you, he's like, all right, I can teach you about Protoss.
He's a Merlin toss, man.
The Merlin toss, yeah.
Merlin toss.
I like that.
He's amazing magic work.
He's the Merlin toss.
Yeah.
From now on, Sage,
toss.
the Merlin Protoss, man.
He's going to show future Protoss how to cast magic spells. Like force field really effectively.
I was watching that game and it looked like Lucky was under his spell.
I think so too. And it wasn't like a nice spell like sleep or something where you just go to sleep and you wake up and you're like, oh, this is all my money, but I'm really well rested. It was like Charm where it's like, I'm going to have to fight my friends because I'm not in control of my own body. So it's not a fun magic spell. Yeah.
Actually, I think it was more like, there are DTs in my base, but he killed my Spore because he brought 2 Zealots because he knew he would need those 2 extra Zealots to kill the Spore Crawler to block my DTs.
He knows. He knows like exactly how much he needs. It's like mixing a magic potion of death for Spore Crawlers specifically.
And, you know, Sage is like the Dark Templar of Protoss right now. He's been hiding in the shadows, but now he's shown himself.
Yeah, and everybody's scared of him.
And he said, 3 for 3 for Efixo. Not on my watch.
Don't think so. And
he's like, I have a Mickey Mouse watch, and he shows it to him.
Well, you know, does it like flip open?
It's
and,
the Mickey Mouse watch with like the hat on. Is the wizard hat? Is he Sage?
Yeah. You flip it open, it's like, it's 3 o'clock. It talks to you in a Mickey voice. I don't know.
And Sage is like, you know what time that is? It's time to drop 6 DTs into your main and kill your lair.
That's what I do at 3 o'clock every day.
Actually, he did it around 7:45 to 8.
Oh,
that's actually when he did it.
That's okay. That's okay, too. That's a good timing for it, too.
Yeah.
I think Sage might legitimately be a favorite to win Code A this season.
Yeah, Sage is definitely a top Protoss.
I'm going to make a prediction right now. Sage versus Gumiho in the finals.
All right, he's made the prediction.
My prediction. I'm probably going to be wrong.
It has been predicted. It has been said.
Yeah.
I will not comment on this prediction. I have to muse over a little bit.
You don't like making predictions. Really.
I don't like making that many predictions, but
it's probably good.
I am usually top 100 Liquid Bet.
I just like to throw my opinion out there and see what happens. Yeah. Let's take a look at our round of 4 brackets now. After today's results, we have got FXO Gumiho versus StarTale Curious. And on the other side, we have FXO Oz versus NS Hoso Sage. Another PvP.
That should be an awesome PvP.
Yeah, really.
We saw some really interesting PvP today. It didn't go how I expected it to go at all. But I think we're going to see even more awesome PvP between
Oz
these
played
guys.
well, but can he handle a player like Sage? That's the question. It's going to be really tough.
And remember, guys, whoever comes out on top between these 4 will get a Code S medallion.
Yeah, that's true. Now let's take a look at our Code S matches for tomorrow. We are going to have in Group E, we've got StarTale July, Hongen Prime.we, Slayers Ganji, and I'm Lucira. That's going to be a really fun group to watch. And Group F, we have MVP Genius, I'm Happy, FXO Leenock, welcome back to Code S, and NS Hoso Jakji, who is a Terran player that's doing really well. The O in FXO Leenock is like really big.
Yeah, man. Oh, Leenock.
FXO Leenock. It's like he's suddenly like an Irish Zerg player.
He's like, I switched teams to FX0.
Like FXO Leenock.
Oleanock. He switched teams, man. He's now on the team FX0.
I guess he like joined that K-pop band, FFX or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to be like dancing with the... I could see it.
I could see it.
I'd watch those videos.
Leenock with some K-pop girls. Yeah, I could see it, actually. I could see Leenock being a star.
Yeah.
One day when he wins Code S...
just be in the back with his towel like this. It'd be awesome. Let's
Leonok
make it
and
happen.
Gumiho look really similar. It's a joke that goes around in Korea is that they have similar faces. They look similar. I can actually see the two of them like both winning Code S, but they're like so good. They're like, all right, but you can win this season, I'll win the next season. They become really rich, and they're in all these K-pop videos. They've got all these girls around them because they're winning all the money.
Remake a Korean version of The Parent Trap where they both play the same person.
And Gumiho like asked Nesty, is like, Nesty, can you bring me the drinks? And Nesty is like in his little like bartender outfit, and he's like, yes, sir.
Oh, Nesty.
Imagine how the world would be if that were the case.
It'd be a very entertaining world, that's for sure. It's been an entertaining day. We saw a lot of good games.
Man. Yeah. Some great games. Tell your friends to get the premium service, watch the VODs, check them out.
Absolutely. Get AOL. A lot of good games there. Arena of Legends on the weekends in case the week isn't enough GSL for you.
Yeah,
and really,
a lot of really cool games.
Yeah.
And a first ever, I don't want to say what it was. You guys just have to watch and find out. The first time anyone has ever seen this happen in the GSL happened in the Arena of Legends. It's a certain happenstance that has not occurred before.
Yep, may never occur again.
May never
very
occur
rare.
again.
Only happened once in over a year of GSL matches.
It's a mystery you guys can't find out unless you watch it. Many of your friends are going to tell you. No one in Team Liquid IRC is typing it in right now saying, I know what Wolf's talking about. No one's doing that.
Well, that's going to be about it for us today. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks again to our sponsors, Sony Ericsson, Intel, and G-Skill. This has been the GSL Code A with Owen Wolf. Have a good night, guys.